Curtis, DIYer.
DIYers, there's an artist named BigXThaPlug. You may or may not have heard of him, but he's from Dallas, Texas. He had an interview here recently with New York Times and Popcast where he talks about his journey, his breakout song, the largest, the biggest, the largest. I'm pretty sure you heard it. It got like a trap beat. He's rapping over the top of it. It was a song that went really, really viral. It got him embraced by artists as big as Beyonce and certain artists like Post Malone. Keep that in your tab for a second. This is an interview that came out 3 months ago, and the reason why we're covering it now is because it actually went super viral all over Twitter because somebody found this clip and posted it again. With that said, though, he's talking about his experience. He's talking about like smoking a bunch of cigarettes, being around these dudes from Nashville, but then he says something that, boy, oh boy, just listen.
The response I got from the country lane, like all the artists, that was just like, I need it. I want to be on it. And I was like, whoa.
Mm-hmm. And you saw it.
So he's expressing being embraced by this country audience, showed him new opportunities, showed him new possibilities with collaboration. These are the moments that you're looking for, right? Hold your horses.
As a commercial opportunity or an artistic one or both?
Artistic.
Okay.
Because in my head, I was trying to, whatever I do, I want to be the best at it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like I'm not just a hip hop artist. I'm an artist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I promise I'm not gonna be old man shaking my fist at the camera. I'm disappointed when I heard this. I'm just disappointed. One more time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like I'm not just a hip hop artist. I'm an artist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, if I could auto-tune some stuff up, I feel like I could be the best singer in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's not singing.
like whatever I do, I want to be the best at it. And so I want to be the best artist in the world. The only way I can do that is if I can show that I can do something other than rap.
And go out to the world.
Exactly.
It's like touring Europe.
There's a few things here going on, and this is one of them. Saying this, I think, in front of two white interviewers from New York Times is showing an inability to read the room. These are not the folks you want to have this kind of conversation with. I would have much rather him do this kind of conversation with Sway or with, a Breakfast Club to get pressed a little bit more about, well, what do you mean by just a hip hop artist? Doing this in a room in mixed company like this about a culture that would see these two gentlemen as guests is already kind of on shaky ground, very much so. But saying I don't want to be just labeled as a hip-hop artist, I think implies there's a limitation with that title. I'll get into more details, but I want to show you some of the reactions because this person retweeted something that was said in Vince Staples' story where one of his fans asked him a question on Instagram and said, is this the end of Vince Staples, the rapper, and a new era of Vince Staples, the artist? He said, this is racist, just letting you know. Sarcasm. I know he has a great balance of sarcasm and like really meaning the shit he say, but does that kind of give you an idea why some people look at that and say, why is it always hip hop is seen as not just a step towards the direction of something bigger, but the idea that it's not, you can't do whatever you're trying to do. What does the bigger look like? Do you just mean you want more white fans? If we keep it a whole stack, is that what we really mean? Like what is it that limits you as a hip hop artist? Another point of view that I thought was interesting. Shout out to Mimi the music blogger. She says the undertone saying I'm not just a hip hop artist, trying to say hip hop has a limitation. Rap is craft. Hip hop is culture. If you excel in it, you are already an artist. There is nothing lesser about it. When artists frame it this way, it usually reveals two things. They want mainstream validation and think distancing from hip hop helps. In a room with two white dudes. And they have internalized the industry's bias that rap is lower art. That is the part that feels off. If you want to experiment, say that. If you want range, show it. But you don't need to downplay the culture to build you. Somebody gonna have to tell the truth and I'm gonna cook, Mimi. That was the same sentiments I had. Like, we get so critical, and rightfully so, of the Tommy Richmonds who make statements like this, of the Post Malone, the Miley Cyrus who talk about their adventurous, risk-taking journey in rap. and how, you know, it showed him a lot about what that was and the limitations that were there. But when I really wanted to spread my wings, I had to leave hip hop. I had to leave rap. This is what I mean when I say some people have the ability to take hip hop off and move on. Some people don't have that ability. No matter what they do, what they wear, how they talk, who they associate with, what city they're in, hip hop follows them around because it's in them and not on them. It's not a uniform. It's unfortunate to hear a statement like that. Another reaction here is from Bush. Rap is the only art form where people feel like you have to do something else to be recognized as an artist. No other genre in the world is looked down upon like this, and the attack always comes from inside. It's so disrespectful. Yeah, what is that about? What? Oh, wait a minute. What is this here? Mind you, he admitted to not writing one of his biggest rap songs, but yet he's over here talking about being the best artist. You're not even the best in the field you're known for and never will be. Oh, no! Has he been drinking and driving? Hey, yo, DIYer, if you're enjoying this content, please don't forget to hit the like button. It helps this video and this channel get discovered by new people. I appreciate you. Now back to the video. Say it ain't so. I know he ain't been over here drinking and driving. It appears he's been drinking and driving. What the hell does that mean? See if any of this sounds familiar. He sat down here with Complex News about 2 months ago. He's been on a tear. And he talks about his biggest song, The Largest. But it's not just him talking about, you know, the success of it and aspirations to go to another genre. It's the way that he talks about hip hop that is really interesting. And then also, he talks about not even writing his biggest rap song. After saying he wants to be the best artist that he can possibly be, he didn't write his. Let's start here.
But as far as just me being an artist, it was, I don't feel like it was different for me. It was more time consuming. It was just, I feel like the time was just the biggest thing for me. Because with country music, I feel like it needs that. You know what I'm saying? Like the base of hip hop and country is storytelling. But it's just like with hip hop, you could just make it sound good and it can go. You know what I'm saying? Like you can make it certain things catchy and it can go. With country music, that story got to be one hell of a story.
That sound like a white executive wrote that. The hell are you talking about? What the hell is he talking about? I'm unking up. What the hell is he talking about? It sounds eerily similar to something, and I don't have the quote up here, that Post Malone said about how he felt restricted in his writing as a hip-hop artist. I think it's interesting that both of them took routes in finding the music that was the most dumbed down, the most fun, right? You could just categorize it as fun, but the lowest hanging fruit, and then got mad at rap for their inability to go deeper in terms of the topic, in terms of the subject matter, in terms of the storytelling. The first thing I think about is Nas telling a story backwards. Rapping about a story backwards in a rewind. I don't know any other genre where you're talking about that. Why is it that we have a genre full of the best fucking writers on earth? And this is the kind of conversations we're having. Why are we only talking about the ones who don't look at it as that kind of craft? They look at it as a lick. They look at it as a financial come up. They look at it as a hustle, as something that you can just hit a lick on. This is so discouraging to hear, but he's not done. Let him finish this phrase.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It gotta be a hell of a story and it gotta sound good. So with every song that we was doing, the storyline on not only did the storyline from the whole project have to be great, but for every song I wanted them to also feel it. And so it was just.
So I guess we just don't have no interest in stories in rap, huh? I guess we just don't have stories that once again, I can't help but think to myself, this sounds like, oh, he's looking for stories of depth to white men and white women who are the predominant fans within a genre, like how country is currently designed, even though it was traditionally a black music genre, how it is currently designed. He sounds like he's saying, like, no, I have to really give them a hell of a story. The hell are we talking about? I didn't listen to King Von music like that, but I heard the story that he told. It's a crazy ass story. Like, It doesn't matter what we put as black folks, what we put our stamp on, and when we go into detail and we color things with the way that we say things, the way that we bring the imagery in, the way that we see connections where they don't exist, it is some of the most entertaining, the most brilliant, the most high quality storytelling you can think of. I don't want to start singing Barbecue Stain on My White T-Shirt. I know there's other songs that are deeper than that, and I don't want to down a genre in general, but I just feel like, why is it that the very genre, because when I look at this, real quick, when you look up Big X the Plug on YouTube, right? If you were just running a search and you didn't know who he was, right? You just kind of heard his name. And you look down the list, you see the imagery of him with no shirt on. He got the bracelets on one arm. He got the watch on another one. He got a chain. Then you look at a song he just did 9 days ago. The thumbnail shows him with Young Hood, Murder Gang, and a song called 600 Degrees, Rosama. You get some of the more poppy imagery, but all of this looks like it is coded. It is trap coded. Now, he definitely has videos that are more funny, and he definitely ties in like country themes. But that's just really weird to hear, because I know if this was a white artist, we would have a very different type of reaction. If that last one didn't bother you, listen to the way we're going to end this one out.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I would rather have a person sit and not nod their head at all, but listen to every word I'm saying, than to get hype on one part of my song. Because now that I'm here and I now know those people that do this for one part of the song, in 3 months they're not going to be there for you.
Yeah.
Then why make that music first?
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Along the lines, I think someone might have instructed him, or maybe he saw it as the wisest decision to make, that the only way that I'm going to get myself from this stage to this next stage, I got to make something that a mass amount of people will want to gravitate towards. Yes, of course, a lot of people go that route, aka making my version of a hit song. Yes, of course, it's the oldest strategy in the book. But using this as your entry point, using the momentum of the people who see you as one thing because of the way you're presented in your image, the way you're presented in your brand, the way you present yourself and the way that you rap, using those people to elevate you high enough so them folks over there can see you in country and then bring you over in. I would understand if those people felt betrayed. I'd understand if they were like, what? So what the hell are you? And I don't want to limit anybody's art, because I know there's going to be people who are going to come in here and say, man, it's not that deep. All he's saying is that he wants to expand. There is nothing wrong with expanding your creative ventures. My thing is, what is the necessity to verbalize, I want to be more than a hip hop artist? What is the necessity to already drag down a genre that has been ran through hell, especially by the major label system? What is the emphasis in the necessity to say the shit that you're saying about hip hop? And why not say mainstream rap? Why not just say rap? Hip hop is the culture that encompasses more than just rap. I want to be more than a hip hop artist. There are some people that ain't gonna see you as the Jay-Z song, the OJ. You still black. For some people, you still a nigga. You just sing country now. Oh, I like him. That's the big dude when he take his shirt off, huh? He be showing his belly. No matter what you do, you're gonna be the hip hop artist that does country. You'll never be seen as a country artist to these people. So it's just odd to hear hip hop be talked about like this, but not actually hip hop be talked about. Because he's talking about mainstream rap that is generally ran by people who don't look like us and don't value our art. They just value the money they can make off of it.
Yeah.
But those people that sit down and they dissect every word that you say because you're actually talking about something, you got a fan. That's a fan right there. Those are the type of fans I want.
And they exist in hip hop too.
You know what I'm saying? And so with the country rap, that's just what it was. You had to go deeper into the story. You got to make them understand their story. With rap, you don't have to do that. Like the biggest, the largest. Yeah, I was talking about something, but everybody know that song from the biggest, the large. You know the catchy part.
Yeah.
But then I got other songs on the album like Take Care.
I think we got to stop clumping these fans together. Because some of them fans that you're talking about that doing all of this, that may not necessarily be hip hop fans. that may be a certain demographic. I think we got to stop clumping them.
that I know they sat there and was like, okay, he talking about something. But then you got the catchy stuff too. The Biggest, the Largest, I didn't even write. One of my artists wrote that.
The hook?
The whole song.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
The whole song. My artist wrote something. He's a platinum writer.
Did he just say he want to be?
I want to be the best artist in the world.
This was 3 months ago, and this was 2 months ago. What is it? How can one be the best artist and not do artistic things like write their own lyrics? Oh, God. He didn't say he collaborated on that. I mean, which is a form of collaboration because he's the vocalist on it. Someone wrote that entire song for him. What are we talking about? Why at this point, forget being a hip hop artist, forget being a country artist. I don't think you want to be an artist. It seems like he wants to be the mascot of one, the image of one. Like this. Once again, I just don't understand why artists can't just do what they're going to do without shitting on the welcome rug of hip hop, of trap, and all these genres that embrace and become the seed money that they use to make that crossover move. It's discouraging to hear that, man.
Yeah, he got a platinum writer, gold writer. He got all of that. But that's because I hate being repetitive. So that was my biggest, and they'll tell you, I used to hate doing hooks because I feel like hooks is just so repetitive.
I'm done here. I'm done here. If you don't like the way that it's currently constructed with rap, you literally can be the change in rap. Maybe I'm thinking about this from too much of an artistic standpoint. I'm guilty of that. Perhaps he's in rooms with people who say, no matter what you do in rap, we are not pushing that unless you find a thing, a niche, you find a gimmick, you find another lane to occupy. And then, yeah, we'll use this as kind of the rocket to fuel up in the beginning. We'll use this as kind of the gas to get from one destination to another. But after this, we flying out of here. Oh, man. So one clip I didn't share on here is that he is doing a music video as we speak. He put up some behind the scenes footage of him and Post Malone doing a music video together. Hey, man, more power to him. Let me see if I can find this here. Actually, I'm going to bring that up because my guy Duff Juice actually made a really dope statement about this. Peep this out real quick. So here he is showing like behind the scenes, right? He's showing some behind the scenes clips. Let me go ahead and pull this up really, really quick. Pulling a behind the scenes clip, and he's showing you how, him and Post Malone is doing something together. And here he says, another nigga that used hip hop and rap on some vulture shit. Looking at this photo just tells me that you used us as a stepping stone to get where you wanted. So he's talking about Post Malone here. But this is the one that happened about 20 hours ago. Peep this. In the back of the van, Post Malone, the biggest, and he got you driving.
All right,
He got this nigga driving like driving Miss Daisy. Oh, what is going on? Why is he in the driver's seat? What did they sell him on? That's just how our country boys do it. Come on, you drive, I'm gonna be in the back. The hell, what in the driving Miss Daisy is going on here? BigXThaPlug, man. Like, dog, I want to see our people win. I want to see our people win in every possible way. This is another reason, another argument for having hip hop go back underground. Y'all don't know how to treat her. You hit it and quit it. You talk about how she ain't got no depth. You talk about how, you have so much fun where the grass is greener with your boo thing called country as it's currently designed. Y'all do her so dirty. It's okay. Independent artists will take care of her. Is it a surprise at this point, DIYers? I think for me, it's more of a surprise how overt and how blatant it is and how in our face it is. They're not even hiding no more. Like, usually they wait 5 years into their career, start collecting as much coins as they can off of hip hop, and then they be like, all right, had fun, guys, but I gotta go to the next house. I gotta upgrade. It's insane. DIYers, those are my thoughts. Boy, oh boy, you let me know what you think.
DIY.
DIYers, if you enjoyed this content, make sure that you hit the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. Come on, man. Don't be a greedy. Peace.